Mordechai ben Cohen, and family of Sigi Bessler, Shalom Shraga ben Doe, friends of Marvin Weinstein, Mordechai Oda ben Yael Aaron, Sarah Alpert, in memory of her husband, Harav Philippa ben Hillel, Brexwood friends of Maddie Friedman, Mendel Miriam Bat Kalman Ruvain. A month of learning by Susan and Ruvain Podolsky, in memory of her father, Simcha Bunam ben Yeshua, Susan and Ruvain Podolsky, in memory of her mother, Kaya Bat Avram Dov. Michael and Judith Poretsky, in memory of his mother, Rachel Bat Abraham. Jack Gilman, in memory of his brother, Zev Yosef ben Yitzchak. Karen and Melvin Haller, in memory of her father, Yosef Eliezer ben Tzvi Hirsch. Barbara Stern, in memory of her brother, Yisrael Abraham ben David Motka. Sonia and Bernie Kurtz, in memory of their dame, Honey Chaifetz. She touched so many lives in the best way. A week of learning by Sharon and Michael Glass, in memory of her mother, Chaya Bat Avram Baruch. Charlie Gelfenstein, in memory of his sister, Sarah Bat Meir. Judy and Marty Engel, in memory of her brother, Shmuel David ben Chaim Yosef. Today being the 21st of the month, there are no individual days of learning. Hashem is
Um, five months. Um, so yesterday we so to speak admitted defeat. We had one brisa when it came to the cod in the gamo that sounded clearly that Rabbi Meir held that nitkal pasheya, that a person who stumbles is considered negligent. And yet, the law of moving barrels, both by the Shomer Chinam and the Shomer Sochar, it was clearly masha that what that nitkal is allowed pasheya. A person can swear, as long as he swears he wasn't negligent. So we don't say that stumbling is automatically negligence. We said we admitted defeat. We couldn't reconcile. We said there had to be two different traditions in the name of Rabbi Meir. But now we're going to say the other. We're going to say, you know what? There's only one tradition in the name of Rabbi Meir, and that is Rabbi Meir holds that a person who stumbles is negligent. However, and the brisa by the barrels is really what a takana sachamim. Sometimes the rabbis get involved in commerce, always to help us to have good commerce, and sometimes their jobs if you don't stop it, nobody will do it. You understand? Yeah, yeah, they're having the same problem here in America, by the way. I don't know if you're familiar with medical tourism, but many people just leave the country to do medical things. They go to Mexico, and it's cheaper. Yeah, why? One of the reasons is because the same doctor can function without paying whatever fortune he pays, for malpractice and all these other things. He can give the same service at a much cheaper price. So everybody also doesn't make yeah. But whatever it is, but he does. And I know one guy who actually makes he makes more than he would make in America and charges less. You understand? He works in Mexico. You understand? But obviously, I'm not saying pro or con. I'm just trying to prove the point. So sometimes you have to do things. And I know many doctors who are experts in their fields who drop out. They just inject Botox. Why? It's they're gonna worry through life. Why should they get involved in their expert field of expertise, which is heart surgery and brain surgery and all these other things, and put themselves up to all like nefesh? They can give shots, for cosmetic treatments, and live a good life. You understand? So talented people are many talented people are dropping out of. I'm not advocating one or another. I'm trying to explain what happens in the market. You're saying sometimes a person really is talented drops out of a talented field because they don't want the headache. You understand? So somewhere the rabbis feel that's a problem. So over here, okay, it's hard to compare barrel moving to brain surgery and heart surgery. But here, barrel moving is a commodity that we need. So it's quite possible the rabbis will step and say, listen, you know what? The truth is that stumbling is negligence. And everybody stumbles and the problem is what? You know what? You're going to drive everybody out of the business. Nobody's going to transport barrels. You understand? When you need porters, you're not going to get them because it's not worth it for them. It's not worth it for them to subject themselves to paying down. So you won't be able to get any porters. So the rabbis step and say, you know what? The person really is negligent when they stumble, but we won't have any porter business for that. So I'll just rather have the guy, so we'll make a different vow, but he won't swear that he wasn't negligent. That's how the Gemara solves the problem. So he says, you know what, don't worry. He says, I'll solve the problem. There really is no contradiction. When it came to the barrels, you're right. That vow has nothing to do with the vow of I am not negligent. You can't say because he is negligent. But rather what? But if you don't say that the rabbis allowed him to do it, nobody will. nobody will leave the business. They'll tell you, you'll take away an essential service from the market. So the rabbis don't understand. The rabbis are, if you know the rabbis, you gotta love the rabbis. They are just so beautiful. They understand. We gotta have a functioning society. Okay, so we gotta have it. Okay, nobody will do it. The only thing is, okay, so what's he gonna swear? He can't swear it wasn't negligent because he was. So what do we say? Amar Rabbi says, I didn't do it on purpose. That's all. I swear I didn't do it on purpose. That's enough. He's really liable. The rabbi say, no, okay, keep the business going. Now we have to continue explaining the same process. So now, if the mayor really know what that was a rabbinic decree, and really what a person who stumbles is negligent, he says no. Shomatinam Yishava, he says no. An unpaid watchman really swears that he wasn't negligent. But when you the whole what? That a person who stumbles is not negligent. So the unpaid watchman can swear that he wasn't negligent. But no say Sachar Yishalim. But no say Sachar, since what? He says, even though Yehuda holds what? That something is not negligent, but it's also not accident. It's not completely beyond the person's control. It's the same level as what? As theft and loss. And therefore what? So the pay watchman has to pay. Can't swear. Even if he wasn't negligent, he has to pay. I could do that, but I could do each one goes according to their rule. Here's the simple. The author, Elazar Marella says no. He says, you know what? And he really got strange. He really agrees with Rabbi Yehuda that the person who stumbles is not negligent. And he says, in Gemara Mayor, the handed down tradition about the law follows externally what Rabbi Meir said. What? That both of them are allowed to swear. Okay, and it makes sense. Why? Not for the reason of Rabbi Meir, but for his reason why. The Shomachim can swear why? Because he wasn't there, because he's not negligent. He can swear he wasn't. Well, to me, I didn't even thought this was every show, but the truth is, I can't even understand it why it was. On the one hand, I could from the outset understand why Shomachim can swear. Because since we don't hold that a stumbler is negligent, he can swear. If truthfully he wasn't negligent. But I don't understand why should the pay watchman have to be able to swear? Even if he wasn't negligent, he still has to pay. Like we said, even if it's not negligence, he's responsible. Right? A pay watchman has to pay even when he's not negligent, even for things that take a lot more watching. Now, if you're Shavachim, the truth is, we said, even Shavachim, I don't, like we said yesterday, I can't really justify saying outright that he can swear that he wasn't. One, that makes sense. If he's on an incline, I understand. You can say honestly that he wasn't negligent. Not in a slope, not an incline place. He says, can anybody with normal ground really swear that they were negligent? I think that they were. But even on an incline place, on a slope, okay, half of like a riot. That's all good. Remember, like we learned yesterday, when there were in a very private place where there were no possible witnesses. Wherever there are witnesses available, whether he's negligent, they say riot. He has to bring a witnesses. He can't do it by vow, like we learned, like we said yesterday. Because we learned. He said, but Yehuda says, Ain Roa, but since the prophet says we're going to serve blah blah blah, after that nobody saw, Shavuos Hashem Ben Shneim, then they make a vow. Yeshua, but if there's anybody who sees every riot, swearing won't be good. He has to have the witnesses testify that he wasn't negligent. Okay, so we have a big problem. Now, what's the halacha? So we really pass him what that the nitkal is not kosher. Who gathered they become marbe from the So what happened? We say what? But we still hold it with Yehovah. The B-sides will see. But we have a takana. We have a takana by the. Ironically, this is going to be strange. We're going to hold like this. A stumbler is not negligent, so he can swear he wasn't negligent. But ironically, specifically by the paid watchman, we have created that. You see it? Because even if he's not negligent, he has to pay. He implemented the created it. It's like stakes. Yeah. But when you pay the guy, they become okay, stick with the mezuzah. A guy was transporting a barrel in the street of mezuzah. The top of his mezuzah, and he stumbled on. There was like a beam protruding. He stumbled and broke it. After the coming to Rava, so they only came from Rava. So they want to get paid. I'm like, where's the mezuzah? So he said, listen. He says, in the streets of Mekuza, there are tons of people traveling there. They're witnesses. If you want to be exempt, you have to bring witnesses. You can't swear. The iftar, and then what? You put there, and then you'll be exempt from paying. I'm like Yosef Beret. Come on, Isis. 1 second. Are you following Isi? You know that says what? That when there's witnesses, you can't swear. I'm like in Isi. He says yes, like Isi is swearing Kamase. And what? And I hold like Isi. Okay, for another story. Who got with Abre? Sugar said to his friend, Zil Zavini Abba Adani Kama. I said, go buy me 400 barrels of wine. Now you have to be careful. You have to make this not a simple shaliach. This has to be a watchman. So how do I turn if I send you as a proxy to buy something, how do I make it a watchman rule and not a proxy rule? It means that I deposited the money with you, and you're responsible. So who got with government if the guy deposited the money with his friend, and he said, Zil's in the Abamea Dani de Famra, go buy me 400 barrels of wine. Also, Zovan, like so the guy went and he bought him the 400 barrels of wine. The so after the comment when he came back, I said to him, I bought you 400 barrels of wine. They went there, they turned it into vinegar. After the comment, the Rabba, okay, so they came in front of Rabba, Omerle, so Rabba said, Amr Danachama to Kife, Kala Isla, says, you know what, it's incredible. See, when that kind of thing happens, everybody knows. It's such a big deal for 400 barrels of wine to turn sour. Listen, I just want to explain something. You know, we don't. If you're an amateur, every amateur has the first time they make wine usually turns to vinegar. I did it when I was a kid. The first thing you do is vinegar, almost automatic. So that's not the thing. But if you're in the business, it's the norm. People know how to make wine. It's a tragedy when the wine turns into vinegar. People make wine; they know how to watch it. Does it's a sorrow. He says when a 400 and that 400 barrels of wine is a bunch of wine. But when 400 barrels of wine goes sour, people hear about it. That's big news. It's big news, right? That's on the news. So Zil Icy Riot in Ikara Kibizama. So go bring a proof since you're a watchman. Yeah, go bring a proof that when you bought it, since it's as far as I'm concerned, there are witnesses automatically. You bring a proof that when you bought it, Chamamayavi, that what you didn't cheat him, and you bought proper wine, and you didn't discount, take a little bit of the money and buy vinegar. The iftar, so bring okay, and bring proof that you brought good wine, and all afterwards went bad. Or bring proof that what you because either you took a little money and bought vinegar, or you kept his money and gave him your own vinegar. Okay, the iftar, but you have to be. But since what I'm comparing this to what to the marketplace where there's plenty of witnesses, you bring witnesses, or I'm going to Yosef Gray. So Yosef Gray said to Rabba, the son said to Rabba, come on, who's that like? He said, Isi, you're following Isi. I'm like, yeah, Isi, I'm following Isi. The Sri Lankan. It's like Isi, and I hold like Isi. Isi over here, Yosef Sifra. Okay, Isi Yosef, he made a rabbinic honey, and he said, honey, if you have workers that accepted to transfer barrels from one place to another. Now, here's what happens. There's a problem. You have sometimes a load that's too much for one person, and not enough for two. Two people won't take the job because it's too small a load. They don't do it. And one person, it's really more than one person can carry. So we're kind of stuck. You don't get two people to do the job, and one person is too much. What do we do? So he says, well, you hired a guy, the Darba Agra. So this guy's carrying. They put like a bent stick around the neck, like what they call a yoke. They put it around his neck, and he's able to carry. And so he carried really more than one man should carry, but he carried it with a yoke. Ismar, according to Rashi, the yoke broke. So Nishlam Palga, he's going to have to pay half, okay? And he says, my time. What do you mean? Why is he paying half? He says, no, I'll tell you why. Because make up your mind. He says, Nafish lefad lezuter litzvei. Okay, why is that? Because the load is too much for one person, but it's too small for two people. Okay, so now and therefore what? So it is kind of the norm in the marketplace. He said, and that's what he made a takana. He said the norm in the marketplace is what the one guy will overexert himself to a load that's just too big for one person, but not big enough for two. One person exerts himself. So he says, "Carlonis with Shia." So the truth is, on the one hand, it's really beyond his control because that's the going rate. That's the way it's done in the market. People take bigger things than they're supposed to. The carbon of Shia, on the other hand, it's really you can really say he was negligent. Yeah, well, how do you take a job that's too big for you? But on the other hand, no, that's the way it's done. Okay, so over there, so he said, what over there? Look, he'll pay for half, and swear that he wasn't negligent. Okay, the digla, okay, or that he didn't, yeah, he'll swear. The digla, what happens when a guy has, there's another kind of yoke that's made for a double load, okay? So, okay, yeah, also, and so he puts it in, okay, he does it, and he carries what, and he carried Mishali Kula. So then what? If he okay, but he carried the load of two people. You know, so he carried the load of two people. It's like a split stick. You understand? He has a load on both sides, but it's too big. Malam Mishali, they have to pay for everything. Well, that's not. I don't think it's based on equipment. Just the truth is that he shouldn't. Well, so, so first of all, it's the focus of the yoke work or the barrel work. But Rashi learns is the yoke. But the main point is like this: in the first case, you can't really say negligent to carry more than the normal load because there's no way to carry the load over two people. Over here, we took a two-person load. Two people were available. So since he's a one person, he was definitely negligent, and that's different. Rabbi Barbachana, okay, Tabule, okay, Hana Shkoloi. Rabbi Barbachana, what happened was the porters were negligent. Okay, so they were negligent and they broke his barrel with negligence. Shakal Guimayo, so he took the porter's cloak. He took their cloak from them. They owed the money. After Roman the Rav said, what they told Rav, the Rav Rachana, it says Chana, but it's supposed to be Chana. Rav Rachana took the cloak. Amarle said to him, Havla Guimayo. He says to him, give back the cloak. Amarle, Rav Rachana said to him, he says, if that's a law, they owe me the money. Amarle says to him, he says, you should do it. Montana for their because if you're a rabbi and you're a very religious person, you have to go beyond the letter of the law. Okay, Yaivli Gulamai says, okay, so give back the law. They said to him, so then they said to Rob, he said, they said, we're poor people, we work all day long. The Kafidim were hungry. Remember, he only gave back the damages that they owed. He didn't pay for their work. Okay, but let's let me do. We don't have anything to eat. Amalei said, "Brazil, how like right?" He says, "Go, give them their pay. Give them their pay." Amalei says, "Do you know that's the rule?" I understand. Okay, to be a tzaddik and give back the coat, not take the damage. Okay, I got to pay him for they broke my thing. They were. Amalei, and he says, "Yeah, why? Because I have another pasuk that says, "V'archa sadukim tishmor." Even I think it was an added level, and you have to also. Okay, now the simple rule is that a polo is a day worker, and day workers are usually here's the normal rule. The normal rule is that whatever the custom is, that's what it is, unless you make a condition before. If you make a condition, well, anything in monetary law, you can make a deal. I won't. A boss and a worker. Nobody can tell me I can't make that deal. But once we've gone forward, if we haven't specified, then whatever the going rate is, whatever the custom in the city is, that's the way it is. I can always make a different deal, but it has to be before. But afterwards, it's too late. Whatever the custom was, that's what you have. Prevailing wage. That's it. Right? Exactly. You do what's done, okay? But beforehand, I can make whatever deal I want. But you did make a deal, so you follow the right prevailing wage. So that's a problem. So if you hire day workers, and now all of a sudden you want to tell them to get up to the normal workday is from sunrise to dark. So he says, look, I want you to get up earlier before sunrise, come a little earlier, and stay a little later after dark. He wants them to work a little before sunrise, a little after dark. It's the norm in the cities that they don't work earlier than that. They only work from sunrise to dark. You cannot force them. Now, there's a part missing from the Mishnah, but it really was see, but it's supposed to say what? But if you made a deal, you made a deal. Okay, now, what happens when what we're going to see over here where a person said something and we don't know what the value is. Malcolm Shanagur Lazim. It's in a place where normally when you have a day worker that you feed them, you give them lunch, you give them lunch, you pay them. The sapik and the tika, if you have to give them something to put on the bread, also not just the bread, somebody dip the bread and eat with the bread, to smear on, okay, your sapik has to give that. I'll call them and I give you. The general rule is everything follows the norm in that particular Now, Maisa, Rabbi Yochanan Nasa showed him no. One time, this rabbi said to his son, "Stay farther apart. Don't hire stay workers." Halach would pass up on his eyes, and when he said, he said, "I'm going to give you lunch. I'm going to feed you." Because you brought eight of when he got to his father, Amali says, "He said, for me, he said, my son, I feel my Ursula hand to suit a stroll of the travel." Shlomo Melech, according to one opinion, he lost his kingdom and he came back. So he wasn't as great the second time as he was the first. So say, even if you fed them with the grandeur and luxury of the meal of Shlomo Melech, and when it was in his height, in his heyday, the first time, you have to look about it. You won't be able to fulfill your obligation. You don't know what a Jew is. Shehem b'nei Avram Yitzchak Yaakov. These are the children of Avram Yitzchak Yaakov. There's nothing talking about. You got to give every, I'm going to give every individual got a whole calf. You can't do it. You'll never fulfill your obligation. I said, and what's the problem? Because he's saying, listen, you have to realize, since the norm was, as we'll see, that you have to feed them in the town. That's really what's going on. And he said, I'll feed you. So I'll feed you means what? I'm going to really feed you. You said two legs. You killed you. You shot us in the foot. If you said after the norm is to feed him, you said I'm going to feed you, you're telling them they're getting Hilton. Yeah. What's the famous one? What's that hotel? The Waldorf. Yeah. You got to give them Waldorf. You got to give the Waldorf for them. Says says quickly before the he says quickly before they start working, since it was only words, there was no kingdom. Says say quickly fix it. I'm go tell them I'll hire you only condition you have bread and beans. Not yeah. Shimei says sorry for me. Says it wasn't necessary. I called him and I did because everything follows no matter what. Since it follows the law, you said you feed them according to the law. We'll see later. Okay, but that was the argument. That was the discussion. Now, Gemara says, Shita, we said what? How can you tell me what? That you can't get them to get up early? Shita, obviously you can't get them. If you told me, okay, look, you told me everything follows the custom of the place. If the custom is to work from sunrise till dark, so obviously you can't get them to work before sunrise and after dark. No, here's what happened. He actually hired them at a higher rate than normal. So it must be what? Yeah. He added more money. He says, okay, okay. So you thought that what he could say to them, even though the custom is to work from sunrise until dark. But he paid him more than normal. He said, listen, obviously, since I paid you more than normal, I expected you to work longer than the norm. Nothing to do it. You didn't make a deal, even if you paid him more. I'm going to say to him, I agree with you that you gave us more, and we owe you more. What? We're going to do a fine quality, higher quality work. Not we're going to work longer. We're going to work better. Yes, we're going to work better. Yeah, higher quality, whatever it is, we work better. So he said, for what? So therefore, the mission is telling you what? That even though he paid them more, you still follow what? You still can't get it to work longer. They can always say, now, a lot of posts can hold what? But on condition, they can actually, remember, like I mentioned to you earlier, we had similar cases a few days ago, they have to be able at least to demonstrate that they did. They actually did provide a higher quality work. Reish Lakish told it to me also. Now, this is the machlokes I read. I'm going to read the way Rashi reads. A worker, the way we understand it, a guy lives at home, and he goes out to the field. He leaves the city, goes to the field to work, and he has to come back home. So there's travel time. He has to commute from his house in the city to out in the field to work. So we're going to read it this way. The Knisasa, when he's coming back in, he's entering the city, he's coming home from work, Mishalo. He has to do that travel time is on his time. So he can't quit work before dark in order to travel home. He has to go back on his own time. Okay, and he has to. And according to Rashi, he has to give up on his own time. I'll explain more later. We see also when he's going to work, when he's leaving the city, Mishal Baravas, he goes on owner's time. What does that mean? So at night he travels home only after dark. But in the morning, he actually only starts traveling to work after the sun comes. So he's traveling on the bus's time to work, and he's traveling home on his own time. Everybody wants to know why Rashi says, they argue, what do you mean Rashi being the bot that he has to give up? What do you mean giving up? The boss does not need the guy to go home. The boss needs the guy to come to work. He doesn't need to go home. As far as he concerned, he can stay here. You understand? I don't know about you guys. I'm one of those kids who thought that the teacher lived in the classroom. I was one of those kids. Yeah, I was one of those kids. I thought so.
Doing in the supermarket.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I thought they lived there. So the answer is what? So everybody gets the question on Rashi. He doesn't even. So the answer would be really what? In my humble opinion, the answer to Rashi that means what? That the truth is the boss does need to go. Why? Because the boss needs a good worker. You need a guy. Like I told you, one of the things, and it's a big problem. I give it to people all the time. If you have a job, you cannot moonlight without permission. Your guy hires you to work. You're supposed to be awake and well nourished. You can't go moonlighting if you don't make a deal with your boss, which is your day job. You're cheating the guy. And he wants to rest the guy. You're double timing. He's expecting the guy to go to work, go home and rest. And not only that, I think, in my humble opinion, you guys can argue with me. Everybody has the right to argue. Also, I think you're not allowed to go on a crash diet when you work for someone. You understand? Everybody knows you eat out of you go to crash diet, you eat. Good, God bless you. There's nothing wrong. You can do what you want, but you have to make it do with your boss. How you gonna come in and be schwach all day? Yeah, but even at desk job, you have to be even at desk job, you have to be alert. Your mind has to be working. So anyway, so I would argue that in order to explain the Rashi, it really was you could argue. No, really the truth is that both times you could think that both times should be on the tomorrow because the boss needs you. Yeah, the boss needs you. The boss wants you to go home and sleep and come back. So both should be sleep. So you have to move back. But why is that? Because he says because that's the pasuk. How do we learn? Okay, because it says it's also okay. Like we said, why should because the pasuk says the following. It's in Baruch Hanashi. It says. After it talks about the dark, we're going to learn that all the animals it's dark and all the animals go creeping out to wild animals go out to get their prey at night. Tizach Hashem and then back in the morning when the sun comes up, they gather in all the wild animals, okay, and to go back into their den because they're afraid of people. And they're dead, they're there, your butts and they lie down. Okay, at that moment when the sun comes up, the fall over us, so the man goes out to his job and to his work, the Arab until the nighttime. So you see clearly from the pasuk when he leaves for work when it's sunrise and he continues working until it's dark. So that's the other pasuk that you're alive. Okay, So he says 1 second. He says, Rish Lakish, okay. Shouldn't it be? Why'd you make it a Torah decree? We already know everything follows the norm in the place. Let's say let's see what happens in this place. Okay, in place. If that's how they work, they work. Why are you decreeing that they work like the pasuk? They work like whatever they work in the town. The answer is no. This is what the rule is. What that rule of Reish Lakish is in a new city. There's no minhag. I knew so what, but that's even if there's no minhag. If they all knew you had a new swarm, they left the city to make a new frontier. So, but they're going to continue the minhag of where they came from. He says, no, it's where the people didn't come from one place. They're selected. They're a selection of people. This one came from this town, that one came from down. So it's a new town, and everybody came from a different minhag. So then we automatically go according to the pasuk of the by saying, no, alternatively, no. I can tell you what. It's in any city, but what the Amalu in a place where the boss said I'm hiring you like the worker of the Torah. Says Rish Lakish defined what the worker of the Torah was. Okay, now I'm going to tell you Yosef. Darshan Zera explained these psukim that we learned. They explain in a more universal sense, not in the laws of working. When we Tani Rav Yosef, we learn my deceive. What does the pasuk mean? It's the Tasha Sposim. You put down the dark Hashem, the Laila, it's nighttime. Both your all these wild animals, they go out peeping to go get their prey. They start moving. Tasha Sposim for Laila, okay, but it means that you put the darkness and it's nighttime. Zelam Haza, that's referring to this world should go away. This world's like a dark place, like nighttime. Both your and that's when all the wild animals go peeping. That's the wicked people. The wicked people are like wild animals. So in this world, the wild animals go out usually to do their dastardly deeds. And furthermore, this is a Hashem is safer. What do you mean when the sun rises that they'll be gathered in? But they'll lie down in their homes. Okay, Tizach Hashem, when the sun will rise, but okay, it means what? That's in the next world of tzaddikim. The sun is going to shine for the tzaddikim in the world to come. They're safe. What do you mean they'll be gathered in? Not the same. If you see Rishonim again, the Rishonim will be gathered into Ganem. And then it's changing the spotlight again. And who's going to lie down in their homes? In the Chokah. It means what? That's the tzaddikim are going to lie down in the. But you see what it says on some their homes and not in their home. So you see, there's not one home for all the tzaddikim, but each tzaddik has his own home. In the Chokah tzaddik, you don't have each and every individual tzaddik. There's not a one that doesn't have his own individual place, tailor-made according to his merit, according to his honor, right, which is his merit. When you say what a man's going to go out to do, to his activities in the light of the world to come, it means what? The tzaddikim means the tzaddikim are going to go out to receive their reward. Okay, and they're going to work until nighttime. So it means a person that continued serving God until the end. Unfortunately, sometimes it can happen. A person can serve God their whole life. They become bitter or whatever happens, and they go off. And because they have parata, afterwards they they have remorse for the mitzvahs they did, and they lose everything. There was a guy, in the old days, Connery, the garment district in New York, guy, Jews came in from Europe, they worked crazy, like they were nuts in the business. Worked and worked and worked, and they were good guys, they were religious guys, a righteous guy. Guy worked his whole life, he put aside some money. So finally, he heard, Miami Beach, that's where the rich people go, the gangsters and everybody. He said, one day, one time in his life, he would live it up like the other people. He goes out, he bought himself a straw hat, and a striped coat, and white shoes. And he goes down to Miami Beach, just one day, have a good time. He steps off the curb, bing, a car hits him, and he's dead. He comes up to the shema, he said, "Good bro." He said, "What are you doing? I kill myself all over. Not the shock was going to come out every day. I never did anything. I never did anything wrong. Nothing." He says, "One day I go to Miami Beach, I get hit by a car." And she says, "Oh, that was you. I didn't recognize you." But the thing was, okay. That's the story. But this is what to be the person who means what to. So you have to keep it up till I'm just trying to do. The Leslie Shimon Eshkar for Hupa Agba. This is the incredible story. So there was a certain guy. He was the policeman. His job was to catch the thieves. So he found a certain thief catcher that the Goyish government appointed. The Qatar is going to learn. He used to get the thieves. And the problem was that these thieves would be killed, and the thieves would be killed by the government. Amalei, so he said to him, he says, "How can you do this?" He says, okay. So the guy said to him, says, pardon me, he says, how do you succeed? He said, how do you succeed? He said, how do you succeed to get them? Aren't they compared to wild animals who are always what? They're always during the day they're hiding in their wells, and only at night they come out to prey. You see both They see what that the wild animals are trying. These guys, they only come out at night. So how do you catch them? How do you grab them? And they're hiding, and all day long they're hiding. Okay, the high pro come on. So he said to him, what he said. So some people say what that he proved it from this prophet, not from a different prophet. See, Mister Arya, Basuko, the person hides away like the lion in his den. So he says, he says what? He says what? So yeah, okay. So therefore what? So since they're so sly, he says you have to be afraid. Since the Rishon is so hard to catch, maybe you're really arresting righteous people and you're missing out and you're missing the people. Amala says, what should I do? You have advice for me? See, he said, I'm right, what am I going to do? So what am I supposed to do? The king told me to go there. He said, no, talk Martha. He said, no way. He said, I'll come and I'll teach you. Not he asked him. He says, come, I'll teach you how to do it. So you'll make sure you have to mark. You always take the bad one. You always take it. Go to a restaurant. Go to a place where people eat at the fourth hour. That's when everybody eats in the daytime. Because he's in the kashasi farmer. You see a guy in the fourth hour. You see he's drinking wine. He's holding the cup for Kamanamte. He's falling asleep. So you're going to figure, what's this guy? Who's falling asleep? Guys were up early. Now, how are you going to know the guy was up early stealing or was up early doing legit? Let's see. Show love. He ask people what his job is. Even if he's young, come at fuck and he's falling asleep in the fourth hour. Like, do we call him? No problem. He got up early to learn. He says he's called. He's a worker. He says the Kavin he got up early to work. No problem. He's a day worker. And if it's a person, if they tell you he's a night worker, even there, you don't assume don't assume that since nobody heard noises coming from him, that he's a liar. He must be out stealing. Even if you don't hear silence from his house, as long as they told you he's a night worker, you still don't have to suspect he's a thief. Why? We do the iradi. What he does is because this guy's a wire maker. What a wire maker does is he takes very, very thin piece, already extremely thin piece of metal, and he forces them through a hole, to make needles. Not a wire worker, a needle maker. So he pulls it through until it goes. So that's also a job that even though you didn't have any noise from his house, as long as people know that he's a night worker, you can assume he's fine because even though you didn't hear anything else, you can assume he's making needles. It's a silent job. It says Ganbahu or be low, but what? But if he's not working. Okay. But if I don't find any of these excuses why he's sleeping, Ganbahu, then what? Then I can assume that he's a thief. The top say grab him. He's talking about this wisdom that laws are imparted to the policemen. It got to the house of the king. So the Amos of the house of the king, they used the famous expression that we also use it. Okay, Kayana de Garta, the guy who carries the letter, he should be the one he should be the one who reads it. No, whoever carries the letter, he should read the letter. So what I mean, he's got such good advice. Let him be the policeman. As you okay, Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Shimon, the Kataf is gone also. Okay, what? So okay, and so they made him be the policeman, and he was going around arresting all of the thieves. It's a very frightening thing. They're getting killed. Shimon Kappa said that he spoke to him very harshly. He said, "Thomas ben Yain, you vinegar come from wine. You're Russia, the son of a tzaddik. What are you doing? You thinking Jews are suddenly to be killed? How long are you going to send people from the people of God, our God, to death? How are you doing such a thing?" Now you have to realize that you should know that what he was doing was okay, but it's a very rare thing to brought down in Yishanim. You have to know it's frightening. The rabbis have extraordinary powers when they see that wrongdoing in the community is going to destroy the community. They can send people without witnesses, the rabbis can do very severe things, and they did, and they did, and they did, and they did, and they did. Okay, Shalachle, so he said to him, I'm getting rid of the thorns in the vineyard. Don't worry. He says, Shalachle, so Shubakaka didn't buy it. He didn't feel he was in the right place. He says, then let the owner of the vineyard come. He'll get rid of the thorns. You shouldn't be doing it. Okay, but Elazar held he was doing the right thing. One day, Elazar ran into a certain launderer. The Kari Chometz ben Yain, and the launderer was very chutzik to this top rabbi of his generation, and he called him Vinegar, the son of wine, which is outstandingly disrespectful. Amar, so Elazar said, you know what, anybody that has such a chutzpah to speak to a rabbi that way, Shamami there's no questions about that. And he said to the policeman, Tafsir, arrest him. Tafsir, they arrested him, and they judged him, and they hung him. Later on, when Elazar himself had calmed down, he went in front of the Pruka. He went out really before not knowing that they'd already got rid of him. He went to Priya. He couldn't do it, obviously. Kari Alei said, and he said about him, and this guy shut his mouth. The person who guards his tongue, his mouth and his tongue, he stops himself from getting banned. So, okay, the guy killed himself. They hung him after they killed him. Okay, they hung him new. They hung him. Okay, come to the Zakifa. So Elisha came onto the gallows. He was crying. So they said to him, listen, don't cry. Nothing's wrong. They said, Rebbe, they said, Rebbe, don't feel bad at all. Everything's fine. You were right the first time. He says, he and his son, with such a chutzpah, with no embarrassment, even one in front of the other, they both lived with a betrothed, which means she's married, a girl between 12 and 12 and a half, on Yom Kippur. He was a Russia Gomer. Russia. Don't feel bad, you're fine. Okay? So at that point, he put his hands on his abdomen, his belly, and he said, my innards, be happy, my innards. What he said, if when you're in doubt, if when you just assume that he was a Russia that way, just because of the way he spoke, when you know, when you have clear proofs, if you were right, even when there was room for a doubt, certainly in case there was no room for a doubt, all the more so. He said about you, my innards, I'm positive about you. And you're so righteous, he said to his insides, he says that you're not going to rot. You're not going to be eaten up by worms and whatever. There's two kinds of worms. Nevertheless, let me shout so back. But even though he said it, he wasn't really yet satisfied. So they gave him an anesthetic. They gave him a sleeping medicine. They put him into a house, into a room that was all around with marble, so no bad air gets in there to stop, they shouldn't get sick. The Karla said they ripped open his stomach, they made the kuli did top. They took containers of fat out of them. Most of it shimshon. And they put it into the sun. The Tammuz, they put it into the sun, Tammuz up, the hottest time in Eretz Yisrael, the hottest time, they put it into, in the Middle East, they put it in Tammuz up, they put it in the summertime. And it didn't stink. Okay, so Moshe said, he says, Kol Tama Lama. No fat stinks. He says, no. Cold carb, Masriach. He says, no. Fat, when does fat not stink? Normal fat. That's complete fat. He said, Shrike is sumki, but when there's red, there's splotches in it, which is really meat, Masriach hacha. Masriach, then it does. Okay, and over here, what? Hacha, okay, and when it came to his fat from his belly, Afagav Shuka Sumki, even though it had red splotches, which is meat in it, no Masriach, it still did not go right. This is it. Rashi said about himself, sorry, Yishkin He said, well, also my flesh will rest in surety and security. But we'll continue this exciting story tomorrow.
Sometimes you hear certain television shows.
Yeah.
And, it's like NCIS. What is your gut tell you?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
It's got beautiful, yeah, beautiful.
What your gift is to Rishima. Thank you, Rabbi.
All right, Rabbi. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you.
It's talking about where somebody just this Taraji once make this Taraji.
Oh, it's coming out. It's coming out. So listen to this. I'll tell you a story. I shouldn't tell you this, but I'll tell you. So I was once. There was a guy named Meir Schuster, Nancy. He was an incredible tzaddik. The guy was the most. Meir Schuster. He was the most introverted person in the world. When you get involved into with communicating with people, the most painful thing to talk. And he was the most